Yeah, so former NFL player Micheal Sam says the LGBT community used him as a poster boy and then abandoned him. Sam is still trying to pick up the pieces of his life. Who couldn't see this coming? Who didn't see this coming from a mile and a half away? If you are unfamiliar with the story, Mr. Sam here got drafted into the NFL as the first openly gay player. And here we are. Let's get into the article. In an emotional interview published on Yahoo News, former NFL player Micheal Sam recounts how his life fell apart after he was celebrated as the first openly gay player in the NFL. Sam also criticizes the LGBT community, amongst others, for not helping him after his life had spiraled out of control. Okay, so I've never had handlers. I've never had a publicist. I've never had an agent. I've never had an assistant. So, I don't know basically how that life goes when you got all those different people kissing your behind, not like all day and all night. But when it comes to anything that has to do with self, yeah, fam, that's on you. Like you're no one's supposed to help you when your life is spiraling out of control. It's on you to get your shit together. He faced a firestorm of public outcry and scrutiny when he was drafted by the St. Louis Rams in 2014, and cameras showed him kissing his then fiance in celebration. Okay, so here's where he should really feel as if he was used and abused, because he got drafted late in a round. Okay, like usually most people stop watching the draft after the first round, but this went on and on and on and on and on. I won't forget that. I wasn't watching at the time, but ESPN replayed him and his boyfriend kissing like 40, 30 times the day it happened, and another 80 times the rest of the following week. It was when I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm all for ESPN. I'm not even really beat for this stuff, because who cares? Like, at the end of the day, and I mean this with all due respect, but your sexuality is your business. No one cares. I wouldn't want to see Reggie Bush kissing his fiance. I don't want to see, people like if you're a football player, do your job. No matter what it is, if you're a president, do your job. If you are a custodian, do your job. Plain and simple. Your sexuality literally has nothing to do with any of that. So how he didn't see himself becoming, like, getting used in the way that he was getting used is kind of like, it's a bit perplexing from this standpoint. After playing for the Rams and being released, he was picked up by the Dallas Cowboys, but released without playing one down for the organization. Sam says he began to abuse drugs and alcohol and lost control of his life. When he found himself in a one-bedroom apartment in Dallas by the fall of 2016, he reached out to the LGBT community who had championed him before, as well as other sports organizations and businesses. Despite the previous support they had shown him, no one would give me a job, he said. Yeah, you think, like, they wanted you because they had an agenda to push forward. All they wanted to do, hey guys, it's okay to be gay. And I'm not saying that it's not. What I am saying though is that if your job has absolutely nothing to do with your sexual preference, like unless you're a prostitute or porn star, no one should really know or care about your sexual orientation. That's no one else's business but your own. Where was the support that I got for coming out? Sam added. I felt like I was used by everyone. And that's because you were. He was partying, working out, and hooked on cocaine. Hell of a drug, huh? I felt lost and worthless, he said. Yeah. Sam has since stopped abusing hard drugs after, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word, retreat in Peru. He's working to heal his broken relationship with his family. That's good. I mean, you definitely want to go in and have some kind of link and connection to your family, always. But when it comes down to what Mr. Sam and his handlers, the LGBT community, and everybody else, yes, they did use you, but you yourself allowed yourself to be used. So it really is a non-starter. Like you didn't come out of the closet because oh my goodness, you wanted everybody to be all hunky dory and gay in the NFL. You came out of the closet because you saw an opportunity